Live from the CBS Bay Area studios. This is KPIX 5 News.
Politics and sports. A Bay Area mayor's chance at a second term could come down to whether she can keep her pro teams in town. Good evening. I'm Ken Bastida.
And I'm Veronica De La Cruz. KPIX 5's Phil Matier talked with Oakland's Jean Quan on what could be the biggest challenge of her re-election campaign. Phil?
That's right, the Oakland Raiders. It's been a make-it-or-break-it proposition for a number of mayors here as the team has stayed, left, come back, and is now shopping around possibly for a new home. Just most recently, possibly San Antonio. So, when the mayor announced her re-election drive today, the first question out of everyone's mouth was, what about the Raiders? And that trip to San Antonio. Here's her response.
Yard line, here they come, McLaurin fires, it is caught.
Good sports teams always have some kind of secondary plan, but the reality is, I think as long as our negotiations go well, and we're trying to protect them from any interference from other developments, that we're going to have a deal this fall.
That deal, according to Mayor Quan, will not just be for a new stadium for the Raiders, but a whole new Coliseum City on East Oakland.
We're talking about hotels, we're talking about other destination activities, we're talking about possible housing.
Can you just give us 30 seconds on what we're going to see?
No, because this is not like the A's. We're not bargaining in public.
In the meantime, she did get a boost from former Raider Kenny Shedd.
Getting these new stadiums for these pro sports teams is not easy. It's not the 90s anymore, so you have to get creative.
And Quan knows it will need to be done without public money.
It's very complicated.
And while the Raiders are front and center today, the future of sports isn't the only issue facing Mayor Quan if she wants a second term. There's also the ongoing issues of the police layoffs, of the continuing chaos at City Hall, and those images of the Occupy riots that got her administration off on the wrong foot with much of the public. In response, Quan points to the dropping crime rate recently, and the rising job rate, and the 23% rise in home values in the past year.
I think at the bottom line, people have to decide whether or not the city's getting better and whether we have momentum.
As for the voters, yes, no, maybe. Where are you?
Maybe.
I'm a no.
I'm a maybe.
Okay, so there's 16 candidates so far. There's still time for other people to hop in the race. Jean Quan's numbers as far as the polls go, she's got 25 to 30% support according to the last poll taken, but she still could win under ranked choice voting, but she might need a big play to do it. She might need something like grabbing the Raiders and pulling something big like that Coliseum City together to show that she really has turned the corner and can do something. A lot riding on the Raiders, a lot riding on Jean Quan. In Oakland, Phil Matier, KPIX 5.